Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Waiting on a verdict as we approach, just about at the 6 o'clock hour. Jury deliberations continue into the early evening in the trial of James Crumbley. Jurors asked to stay past 4:30 so that they continue their deliberations. And it tops our news at 6. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Jurors did ask a question this afternoon, but it was answered in private. Meanwhile, family members of the victims of the school shooting are anxiously anticipating the jury's decision. So let's get right over to Sean Lay. He's live with more on what they're saying tonight.
Well, we're not hearing a word from this jury, so they're not saying anything tonight, Karen, but we are working our sources, and the lay of the land is this. The jury is deliberating past the 5 o'clock hour. Now it's the 6 o'clock hour. We know with Judge Matthews, she typically does not go this late unless a jury is close. So that's the indication right now that this jury is close, and that's why everyone is staying. Sheriff's deputies who are in charge of all the security in the courthouse here on the second floor, they are here. They are working overtime, and they're staying as well. Members of the media as well. Family members of the Oxford victims. Now, we spoke with Megan Gregory. If you remember, she is the mother of Keegan Gregory, who was in the bathroom with Justin Schilling on that awful day when Justin, his life was taken by the shooter. Megan Gregory spoke to me a short time ago, and so did Justin Schilling's father about this waiting game and what they're looking for.
I'm ready to hear a verdict. You know, we're patiently waiting, and hopefully this jury is back there doing their due diligence and will find him guilty.
The process is what stood out to me more. I mean, there wasn't a ton of different evidence or, I really thought like in closing, in the rebuttal, on the closing, how, Karen with the comeback was just an awesome point to make.
All right, back here live, just around the corner from courtroom 2C. We're waiting for that jury to come in and see if there's any indication if we're watching everything and we're not being rude. We're looking at our phones for any type of indication that we're getting from anyone here in this courthouse that might know something, guys. So here's the deal. Wait to see if the jury says we have a verdict, and we will. If we will, then we'll have that, or we're going to start over tomorrow morning. Or if Judge Matthews steps in and says, how close are you? This will be behind the scenes, of course. And if they say we're close, they'll keep going. Or if they're not that close, maybe they'll start over tomorrow morning. We're here. The front doors of this courthouse are locked. So we are here waiting, just like everyone else, to see, including family members, what this jury is talking about, what they are deciding.
And as soon as we have it, we'll bring it to you.
You've got it. Very much an after-hours situation at this point. All right, we'll have Sean standing by. Meanwhile, new at 6, a hearing for the man at the center of a chase and arrest last month in Sterling Heights has been postponed. Gary Young's preliminary exam was adjourned today pending the completion of an independent investigation into the 2 arresting officers' actions. Young is accused of beating up his girlfriend and her teenage daughter and then leading police on a high-speed chase before he was arrested here after running from his vehicle. Physical force, tasers, a canine, all a part of a very chaotic scene there during the arrest. 2 officers are on paid leave. That is typical protocol here. Young faces up to 8 charges. 5 of them are felonies. The ongoing saga continues over unpaid restitution by former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick.
Victor Williams joins us live with a new move made today by the federal government to get money from the former mayor.
Yeah, we got our hands on this garnishment paperwork that was actually found back on February the 23rd. The feds are going after more than $160,000 in this case that's been years in the making. Kwame Kilpatrick in the headlines once again, this time in the aftermath of controversy and being placed behind bars after being convicted of perjury, along with obstruction of justice. A garnishment against the former mayor of Detroit has been found to, quote, enforce a criminal judgment on behalf of the U.S., benefiting the state of Michigan. Originally, Kwame was set to pay back $1,718,457.11. The outstanding balance remaining is $164,434.42. Property and tax refunds can also be targeted as a form of repayment. Exemptions could potentially protect the property from being taken, but only if he's able to prove he qualifies for those exemptions. Kwame has been given 10 days to respond to the garnishment in writing, something we're unclear has even happened yet. And we've been told that even recently, Kwame decided to go out there and buy a $90,000 SUV. So that is potentially something that they can go after. We did try to reach out to his lawyer to see what he had to say. Unfortunately, at this point in time, no one has responded to our calls. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor. Detroit is one of 5 cities where immigration and customs enforcement agents will start using body-worn cameras. 1,600 body-worn cameras will be given to agents and officers in Detroit, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and Buffalo. The move is part of efforts rolled out by President Biden in 2022 to require federal law enforcement officers to wear cameras as a way to increase transparency.
President Biden is in Saginaw County today as part of his presidential campaign. Landed late this afternoon at MBS Airport in the Freeland area and then headed to an event with supporters at a private home in Saginaw. Second time in less than 2 years that President Biden has visited the Saginaw area. Both Biden and Donald Trump expected to put a lot of time and energy into wooing Michigan voters, of course, ahead of November's anticipated rematch between the two. A construction contracting company here in Metro Detroit is using virtual reality to get local children and young adults interested in working in the skilled trades.
It's part of a new skilled trades career center inside the Junior Achievement Finance Park unveiled today. That's where we find our Megan Woods.
We're here in Junior Achievement's Finance Park in downtown Detroit. It's where youth learn firsthand what it's like to buy a car, to get insurance for that car, to make investments, pay bills, and now what it's like to work in skilled trades.
We know that there's lots of opportunities in the skilled trades, and just exposing young people to those different career pathways is really what this is all about.
This corner might look small, but it's packed with a wealth of information.
You can see like a project like under construction, you can see the different cross sections and all the materials, but then you can experience it virtually. You put on the Oculus glasses in a virtual setting, and you can be a plumber and a carpenter and a painter, and you play like almost like a game where you're actually doing the work and you're measuring.
There's QR codes too.
And you can look and see what it takes to be a plumber or a carpenter, and how much money you can make and the different levels of what it can be. And there's videos to see actually what they do in the field.
Before the pandemic, Junior Achievements programming reached 10,000 students in Southeast Michigan, as far out as Ann Arbor, and they're getting back to those numbers.
The program is really set up for middle school to young adults, that kind of 14 to 25 space.
So for people like Dina Neely, founder and CEO of Detroit Voltage, who contracts electricians, this is an exciting way to spotlight opportunity.
There is not only a shortage locally, there's a national shortage. That's why I find that this is so helpful, because we need electricians and we need them badly. We need that young skill and talent. Even if you're not that great at math, you can learn. If you're good with your hands, you pay attention to detail, this is where you should be.
And everyone we spoke to today says they don't think that families know how much money people can make from these skilled trade jobs, and so they want to bring that awareness. Mayor Duggan was there talking about how important this is and how it can impact future construction projects. Now, if you want to get your child involved in this program, they're having events in the future very soon. We'll put that information on clickondetroit.com. Live in Detroit, Megan Woods, Local 4.
That's great. Okay, Megan, thank you.
Of course, St. Patrick's Day right around the corner, and AAA wants to make sure everyone gets home safely. So once again, drivers can take advantage of their Tow to Go program. It starts at 6 p.m. Friday and runs all through the weekend until 6 a.m. Monday. St. Patrick's Day, of course, historically one of the deadliest U.S. holidays on the roads. So you're being advised to remember not to drink and drive. Just call AAA, and a tow truck will transport the driver and their car to a safe location.
And if you're looking to catch a flight, DTW is the way to go. A new report shows Detroit Metro Airport is the 3rd best in the nation for stress-free travel. That's according to AirHelp. It's a claims management company focused on flight issues. And it says 89% of flights in and out of Detroit are on time. Beating out Detroit are the Hilton Head Airport down in Georgia, which is actually, I think, the Savannah Hilton Head Airport down in Georgia. McGee Tyson Airport in Tennessee also. Those two beat Detroit. As for the worst airport, Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport in Florida tops the list.
So we only were behind two pretty small airports.
That's what I was,
so to be a big airport like ours, that's pretty great stuff.
Yeah, not too bad. All right, let's take a live look outside. Just been a dreary, soggy day. Kim, your forecast was right on point, though. You said this is what it was going to be, and we're glad it wasn't yesterday.
I know. Sometimes it's good to be right. Sometimes, well, it would have been nice if it would have just been a sunny day and didn't rain today. But it did, and it's still raining, mainly north of I-69. And we're still keeping our eye on a couple thunderstorms popping just out to our west, and then also a few more just down to our south. So if we're going to get a thunderstorm, it will be right along that Ohio border and not really impacting a majority of Metro Detroit. But we've got one little area of thunderstorms just moved out of Kalamazoo. That's headed more northeast, so I suspect it's going to go further up around I-69 and north. But then there are a few more thunderstorms down to our south, and those are the ones that are getting a little bit interesting here. You can see them firing up now. Still have a due east movement, but if they wobble just a bit, start coming northeast, or we see a few more, could go right along that Ohio border. So if you're in Monroe or Lenawee counties, just know that you could still get an isolated thunderstorm with some hail. That would be the primary threat. Could be a brief gusty wind, but hail's really the only concern from those storms. And our temps are definitely lower than where they are to the south of us. I mean, they've got temps in the 70s just to our south. We're in the 50s, so not really conducive to severe weather. But also not exactly what we want. We'd love to have those 70-degree temperatures back, but it looks like we're going to be on a downward trend with our temps, and we have to bring in the chance for a few flurries, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes.